Back here at Driscoll Arena, it's the third and final period of this South Coast Conference rivalry matchup between the Raiders and the Canalmen. Somerset Berkley started off the game a bit shaky, falling down 1-0 after the first period, but they quickly stormed back in the second period as the captain, Will Simons, as well as Davis Sullivan notched goals for the Raiders, and that is the score we see at this point as a shot from Russell from the point was tipped on and a save by Sasson on Will Simons. Kept in the Bourne end. Somerset still with 25 seconds left on that second Bourne penalty. Carter Stevens dances by Becker and now sets up at the top of the circle. Pacheco looks back out in front for Simons, and that one's not going to work. Push back up top, Vinny Russell, who will nub it back down low again for Pacheco. Pacheco has it hop off his stick, trying to clear it was Bourne, a shot on, and a save by Sasson, another one and a save, as both penalties have come to an end. Pacheco loose in front, and he scores! John Pacheco with a bit of an insurance goal for the Raiders, and it's 3-1 Somerset Berkley. Visibly frustrated is Owen Lapworth, one of the seniors for Bourne. Definitely a tough bounce there, as there were multiple bodies in and around Cam Sasson. Ty Politano skies it off the glass, but it's kept in at the line by McGuire. Behind the goal, Matt Costa shovels it over to the far side to be gathered by Evans. Evans looks back door and a save Belshore. Another opportunity save Belshore. Fighting for it under the pad of Belshore was Mike Russo. He can't put it past the Somerset Berkley goaltender. Loose in the slot, Owen Carlisi trying to clear it. Now Costa up ahead for Taylor. Taylor has one defender to beat. He does a backhand and a save by Sasson. Up top, Carlisi playing coverage D so Costa can come back over. Sullivan goes behind the goal and it wraps around to the far side to be gathered by Taylor. Taylor off the boards for Costa. A slap shot goes sky high over the net. Might have gotten tipped on its way in. Davis Sullivan getting leveled there in mid-ice. A good check there by Evans as he'll go for a change. Sullivan gingerly heading to the Somerset Berkley bench. Owen Carlisi trying to battle it away from Karsten Becker. Max Aguiar loose in mid-ice, gets tripped up, no call, gives it up ahead, Noah Taylor. Taylor dangles by one defender, dumps it off for Aguiar, who has it fought away from him by Glennon, and back out into the neutral zone to be dumped in by Politano. Wrapped around the goal by Duvall for Lapworth. Lapworth looks into the neutral zone, connecting with Ariagno, and he'll dump it back down into the Somerset end. Vinny Russell wraps it around the boards, desperately trying to keep it in. Was Duvall, but it was an offside, stopping the clock at 12:13 to go in the third period. So the captain, John Pacheco, adds a goal for Somerset Berkley, and the Raiders have extended their lead to now 2 goals. It's 3-1 Somerset Berkley over Bourne. Up top for Ashton Branco. Branco, a snapshot, and it got blocked in front. Looks like getting a piece of it was McGuire. Kept in by Somerset Berkley as Aguiar will put it behind the goal for Will Simons. Simons looking back out in front for the line mate Josh Pacheco, but it's turned away and back out into the neutral zone. Ashton Branco off the boards for Josh Pacheco, gives over to Will Simons, and Simons will dump it down into the Bourne end for Pacheco to chase. Josh Pacheco battling behind the goal with Lapworth. Gives it over to the other side for Duvall. Duvall looking up ahead, and it will be dumped down. And trying to get it in was Hopwood, taken away by Pacheco for a shot, and a save by Cam Sasson. Loose in the slot, it almost goes onto the stick of Afonso, but a lucky bounce, and Bourne puts it back into the Somerset end for the moment. Vinny Russell gains the blue line, a shot and a glove save, almost like a baseball catcher there by Cam Sasson. 11:09 to go in the third period, 3-1 Somerset Berkley. John Pacheco in to take the draws. That first line is still out there for the Raiders. Carter Stevens unable to go on a D-to-D pass as Mike Russo squibs it back out into the neutral zone. Evan Afonso will have to backtrack behind his own goal. Dangles somehow out of the corner and now moves up ahead. Afonso across the red line and blue line into the zone, gets leveled by McGuire as soon as he gets in, but a good effort by Afonso. Now the puck loose for Shane Mello. Shane Mello trying to dance towards the slot, has it taken away, and on the move is Evans. Tyler Evans hesitates at the circle, a shot and a save easily there by Belshore. Evan Afonso fighting for the puck, has to give it up for Matt Glennon. Glennon over for a slap shot on a one-timer by Russo, and he skies it up into the netting. That'll stop the clock at 10:24 to go in the period. Third line out there again for Somerset Berkley, as the face-off will be brought out to the neutral zone, as there was no tip on that puck that went out of play off the shot from Mike Russo. Now McGuire will nub it off the boards down into the Somerset end. The freshman Costa to gather it, puts it off the boards for Davis Sullivan, who tries to indirect it for Carlisi. Dancing towards the slot was McGuire. Carlisi able to take him off the puck. Now up ahead off the stick of Taylor for Carlisi. Give and go Noah Taylor. Taylor trying to walk into the slot, has his pocket picked by Hopwood, and it's pushed back down for an icing into the Somerset end. Clock stops at 9:59 to go in the period. Face-off is going to come down to the right of Cam Sasson. Owen Carlisi to take the draw as the third line stays out there. Ty Politano and Matt Costa, the D pair for this third line. Puck taken off the face-off, and an attempt in gaining the offensive zone by Ariagno is turned away by the Raiders, but a whistle is going to bring it back down into the Somerset end on an icing. Both teams sticking with the same lines with 9:52 to go in the game. Carlisi to take the draw, going against Karsten Becker. Now Ty Politano trying to get out of his own zone. He puts it through the legs of Hopwood and gains the offensive zone before he's leveled on a second check attempt by McCarthy. Putting it off the body of Taylor, and Taylor fires it on in a save. Not sure if it went wide or if it was gotten a piece of by Sasson, but nonetheless kept out. 3-1 still in favor of the Raiders. Kept in at the blue line by Costa as he hammers it off the glass, and it'll pop up into the netting. Refs are calling it a deflection, so it will stay in the Bourne zone. Face-off coming to the left of Cam Sasson. Second line out there for Somerset Berkley. Will Simons to take the draw. Simons winning it away from Evans, and Evans will cycle it around the boards. Vinny Russell to keep it in at the line, pushes it back down low. Now back out in front, a backhand opportunity. It's loose on the other side. Nobody knows where the puck is, and somehow it is kept out by Cam Sasson. My, oh my, Cam Sasson has found some remarkable ways to keep the Somerset Berkley Raiders from putting more goals past him. A 3-1 score doesn't exactly depict how well Sasson has played in only his about period and a half of ice time in this game, as Sasson will cover up that shot on off the face-off. Face-off will come right back to his left. Simons back in to take the draw against Evans. He wins it, pushes it towards goal, but it's pushed away and back out to mid-ice by Connor McGuire. McGuire, who has the only goal for Bourne. It's pushed down into the Bourne end for an icing. It'll come back down into the Somerset Berkley end with 8:52 to go in the period. And the game as well. Face-off coming to the left of Dylan Belshore. Will Simons to take it against Tyler Evans. Long shift for both these lines as Simons will dump it down off the face-off into the Bourne end, and an icing will bring it right back into the Somerset end. Face-off will come in the same place to the left of Somerset goaltender Dylan Belshore. Belshore has not let a goal in since the first period. Off the face-off win, Tyler Evans behind the goal, looks back out in front. Mike Russo, as well as Matt Glennon, were both in the area, but it was pushed out by the Raiders. Now Max Aguiar pushes it off the boards to himself. Up ahead into the offensive zone as he tries to fight it away from Hopwood. Aguiar goes down, and it looks like a penalty here. Waiting on the call. It's going to be a hold here, so Somerset Berkley back to the power play again. Penalty is going to be on Matt Glennon. So for the third time today, the Somerset Berkley Raiders will head to the power play. 8:27 to go in this third period. Johnny Patch, the captain, in to take the face-off. Kept in the zone off a face-off win by Pacheco, but it trickles out into the neutral zone. Will Simons to indirect it off the boards back into the Bourne end. Fought back out by Owen Lapworth before Johnny Pacheco pushes it back down into the Bourne end. Will Simons almost has it hop onto his stick behind the net, but it's cleared back out quickly by Owen Lapworth for Belshore to handle, and he pushes it behind the goal for Stevens. Stevens up ahead, indirectly off the stick of Afonso to John Pacheco. Pacheco down the left side, looks back towards the slot, nobody home. Will Simons turns and fires on the other side, that's blocked, looks back towards the slot again, it hops onto the stick of Russell, and he fires on for a save by Cam Sasson. 1:16 to go on the Raider power play, 7:42 to go in the game. Still 3-1 in favor of the Raiders. Goals for the Raiders coming from Simons, Pacheco, and Sullivan, with Connor McGuire notching the only tally for Bourne. Pushed back out in front by Pacheco. Simons trying to handle the bobbling puck, and it was pushed out of harm's way for the moment by Lapworth before it shot back onto the stick of Lapworth. Lapworth able to dance by Simons, looks up ahead for McGuire, who's unable to get it out. Vinny Russell to keep it in down low for Simons, who shoots, and a pad save there by Sasson. Behind the goal, Alex Duvall. Now to Lapworth, and he'll dump it all the way back down into the Somerset end. 30 seconds to go on the Raider power play. And a whistle. Looks like the refs may have made a mistake on the whistle because it was not an icing. So the face-off will come down in the Raider end. Davis Sullivan to take the draw against Tyler Evans. Pushed over to the left side for Max Aguiar, and he comes down the left side with speed. Aguiar tries to dangle by McGuire, but McGuire stands his ground. Loose puck at the top of the right circle in the Bourne zone, and it's pushed down into the Somerset end by Evans. Somerset Berkley looking to clear. Alex Costa goes across the ice for Noah Taylor. Taylor looks up ahead, connecting with Davis Sullivan. Sullivan loses it in his stick. Almost a chance there as coming out of the box was Matt Glennon, but good defense by Matthew Costa, the freshman. Now Max Aguiar to give chase on McCarthy as he wraps it around to the far side, or the near side, I should say. Davis Sullivan to keep the puck in. Sullivan has his pocket picked by Hopwood, and now up ahead, Hopwood gives it to Evans. Evans looking for a shooting lane, has a shot blocked and corralled in by Costa, and he'll push it into the neutral zone for Noah Taylor. Taylor across the blue line fires, and it's blocked as he gets leveled by McGuire. Taylor a bit slow to get up in a whistle, as they'll allow Noah Taylor to head to the bench as he got up a bit gingerly. 5:44 to go in the game, still 3-1 in favor of the Raiders as a second successful penalty kill by the Bourne Canalmen has kept it a 2-goal game. Face-off will be brought out to the neutral zone. John Pacheco to take the draw. Pacheco unable to win it from Becker. Now in the Bourne end, Pacheco trying to win it from Duvall. Duvall puts it off the boards onto the stick of Afonso. Afonso in the slot, the shot, and a save by Sasson. It's loose in the crease, and a whistle is blown as Shane Mello is digging for it. Cam Sasson keeps it out and keeps it a 2-goal lead. 5:31 to go in the third period. Bourne running out of time to make a comeback in this game. Trying to get back over a 500 record in conference as that one is shot on by Stevens and a save by Sasson. Face-off coming to the right of Sasson again as Johnny Pacheco wins it. Evan Afonso fights it down low for Shane Mello. Mello having to dance away from Duvall, comes back over to the near side, tries to skip it back down low, but it hops off the skate of Glennon and back into the neutral zone. Pushed down low by Ariadno, and now behind the goal, Johnny Patota skies it off the glass, kept in at the blue line by Lapworth for a shot that was blocked. Carter Stevens nibs it back out into the neutral zone. John Pacheco jumping on a pass attempt, pushes it back out of the neutral zone as it's ping-ponged in the neutral zone up into the Somerset bench. Face-off to come at the left dot to the right of the Somerset bench. 4:52 to go in the game. Somerset Berkley still holding on to that 3-1 lead. Last goal coming from the captain, John Pacheco, early in this period. Now Will Simons pushes it up ahead for Josh Pacheco, who has it taken away by Alex McCarthy. Pacheco takes it back, looks behind himself for Simons, a shot. Loose at the back door. Max Aguiar had a chance, but it's taken away and back out into neutral ice. Quickly pushed back in the other direction for Josh Pacheco, trying to dance by McCarthy as he levels McCarthy and gets the puck back to him. Looks back up top for Patota, who has to chase it down, and he backhands it back down behind the Bourne net. Max Aguiar giving chase as he levels Lapworth, and it's pushed back into neutral ice. Trying to chase that loose puck down was Tyler Evans, but Carter Stevens will beat Evans to it. Josh Pacheco to keep it in the Bourne end. Trying to move it out for Bourne was Morgan Hopwood, but it's kept in still, and Bourne will try to regroup. It hops onto the stick of Max Aguiar, but finally taken out of the Bourne zone, and McGuire, the only goal scorer, an opportunity, looks back door, shot and a save by Belshore. Back down in front, McGuire a shot, and it's blocked, and a rebound, they score! Second goal of the game for Connor McGuire. And with 3:38 to go, it's a 1-goal game. So the Canalmen giving a goal of their own in this period and drawing back within one. Owen Carlisi to take the draw. 3:38 to go. Energy line back out there for Somerset. Having to deal with the second line of Becker, Hopwood, and Ariadno. D-to-D pass between Lapworth and Duvall. Gaining the zone as Lapworth goes by Branko. A shot goes off the crossbar. Hopping up into the netting. Face off to come to the right of Dylan Belshore. So, the Bourne Canalmen, being down 2 goals late in this game, are not giving up. They've drawn back within one now, and now only 1 goal could tie this game. Ashton Branko gets tripped up and cycles it back around the Somerset goal. Davis Sullivan trying to clear, but it's kept in by Duvall. Alex Duvall in the circle, trying to dance through multiple Raider defenders, has it taken away. Pushed over to the near side for Noah Taylor, and it's back out into the Bourne end. Gathered by Lapworth. He'll give Duvall some space to move. Duvall across the red line and blue line into the zone, goes by Sullivan, tries to go by Carlisi, but that's not going to work. And now Vinny Russell doing some dangling of his own as he moves through the neutral zone. Vinny Russell goes into the neutral zone, and offensive zone slaps it on. It's blocked. Somerset keeping possession in their own end. Russell, behind the goal, has multiple players ambush him. He gets leveled. Noah Taylor coming over to help. Now behind the Bourne goal, it's Russo. Trying to get it out, gives it up Ariadno. Ariadno on the far board, looks up ahead for Russo. Russo goes by 2 defenders, loses his stick, and kicks it down into the Somerset end. Raiders regrouping Skipped off the near boards as Davis Sullivan tries to dangle his way into the offensive zone. Doesn't work initially, but it's back onto his stick as he dumps it in. John Pacheco, Davis Sullivan, Ty Politano, and Evan Afonso out there with Ashton Branco. It's loose out in front. Sasson tries to dive on it, but it was taken away by Tyler Evans before he could do so. Loose in the neutral zone, Evan Afonso will push it back down into the Bourne end. 1:39 to go as it's covered up by Cam Sasson, and he will take a whistle. A timeout called here by Bourne. We're going to take it with him. 1:39 to go in the third period. 3-2 in favor of the Somerset Berkley Raiders.